You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I've got your full roster of weekly spoilers from Monday, March 3rd, all the way through Friday, March 7th. We are going to have Ava completely outraged and Philip and Xander in a very juicy takeover plot. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please click that subscribe button. Okay, on Monday, March 3rd, season 60, episode 136, we're going to see EJ and Paulina having an unpleasant interaction. To be honest, that describes most of their interactions, but it looks like this one is at the DiMera Mansion before this family meeting event. So Tate and Sophia and Johnny and Chanel and EJ and Paulina are all going to be meeting Amy Choi, Sophia's mom, to present themselves as potential adoption candidates. And Tate and Sophia let Johnny and Chanel know all about Amy's expectations, all the churchy stuff, all that good stuff. So Amy heads over there to meet them. Chanel is in an apron. She is lying about Bible study because remember Sophia said she was leading a Bible study. They are definitely trying to fit the bill that Amy wants. EJ's there and he's going to make a bad impression and things are going off the rails because, you know, as they're ready to show Amy about their strong family values that she wants to see, Gabi comes in shrieking with Jada alongside her. Gabi wants to know, where the hell is my brother Rafe? Amy's looking alarmed and scandalized. EJ says, get the hell out of my house. I'm sure that's not going to go over well. And then Gabi pulls a gun on him. A little bit of foreshadowing there since we know in the next, few weeks he's going to be shot. And that could make her one of the top suspects since she's already pulled a gun on him once. But this is all obviously not going to go over well with Amy at all. Jada, meanwhile, is feeling guiltier by the day over, I'm sure, this thing with Sean and Rafe being missing and her not knowing it, And of course, this is complicated because they have the real Rafe, but because she did the DNA test on the wrong hair, maybe they'll repeat the DNA test. Holly also makes it clear to Doug 3 that she loves Tate. That's all well and good, but if Tate tangles more with Sophia, we'll see. Tuesday, March 4th, season 60, episode 137, Kat opens up to Marlena about her predicament. And I wonder if that predicament is her feelings for Chad that she told him she was trying to, set aside, grow out of, and they're just not going away. Alex runs into Joy and it is pretty awkward. He just up and broke up with her. She saw him kissing Stephanie at the hospital. Speaking of the hospital, Stephanie has a tense conversation with Sarah, and this is going to be pretty awkward because she overhears Sarah on the phone at the hospital ordering a pregnancy test for her patient, Joy, whose period is late. So are we about to have another unexpected pregnancy? Philip and Xander are trying to win over DiMera board member Wei Shin. I look forward to having him back, and I still want his son to be alive. Anyway, Wednesday, March 5th, episode 138 of the current season. Marlena has some bad news about John and shares it with his son, Brady. She is very worried. And then Brady turns around and tells Ava that he has bad news about his dad, and she is comforting him. Stephanie and Kayla make a deal about something, and Philip and Xander hire some new people over at Titan Industries, but these new hires seem to be dodgy. They seem questionable in some way. And Belle and Ava chew Kristen a new one. Of course, Ava wanted to press charges on her, and looks like Brady has convinced her not to. That puts Belle in a tough position, and, this is just a messy mess caused by Kristen's poor parenting. Thursday, March 6th is episode 139 of season 60, and EJ is opening up to Rita. He is confiding in her Now, I wonder if the memory loss serum that they gave Rafe, it doesn't seem like it's working as intended. It was supposed to only take away his last few weeks of memories. But unless something has changed by Thursday, Rafe doesn't even know who he is or who Jada is. So it seemed to be a little more thorough. If you remember, it was CMS 17, I think, which Kristen said can't remember, S word. That seems to be quite literal because Rafe doesn't seem to know himself from a hole in the ground. Alex leaps to a conclusion where Stephanie is concerned, and I wonder if he hears her talking about a pregnancy test or something, and it's actually Joy who's getting the pregnancy test. And boy, I don't know about Alex being a dad, and I also don't know about more unplanned pregnancies on this show. Jada is hoping to trigger Rafe's memory when they talk. So I wonder at this point, it sounds like they may have figured out that really is Rafe. Maybe they do another DNA test. Friday, March 7th. Season 60, episode 140. Tate and Holly have an argument about Doug 3. Tate thinks the guy is a dodgy person of poor character. Probably accurate, but, Holly's been very tolerant of all his stuff with Sophia. So I just don't think he has a whole lot of room to behave that way, but he will. Marlena and Steve want answers about where John is, and we may finally be getting that scene from the Day of Days promo where Steve and Marlena go see Shane, or that may be in the following week. Because a lot of times stuff on Friday, it carries over into Monday with a cliffhanger kind of thing. And Marlena says she is going to go find John. She makes a vow while looking at his photo. Kristen makes her mom, Rachel Blake, stick to a promise that she made. She's holding her to it. And Ava and Brady talk about their feelings. They're hashing things out. Obviously, she's not very happy that he leaned on her to let Kristen off the hook, which also meant letting EJ off the hook. We'll see about, where Rachel Blake ends up, where the woman in white ends up. But I still am enjoying Ava and Brady as a couple, and I hope they can work it all out. And I really hope Joy's not pregnant. And those poor kids, Johnny and Chanel, I really hope they get the baby, but I think Amy is going to be a problem. But don't forget, Sophia said by the time the baby's born, she'll be 18 and she can actually choose the couple that she wants to adopt, whether her mom likes it or not.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.